Thursday, May 17th, 5:30 a.m. It's Panama Canal Day. The Panama Canal is likely the coolest cruising lane a ship might ever pass through. A 48-mile aquatic highway linking the Caribbean Sea and the Pacific Ocean, snaking through 3 intricate locks and shimmering lakes, and surrounded by an environmental wonderland. As a ship makes a transit from eastbound to westbound, the first set of locks that it comes to is the Gatun locks. Each set of locks has 2 lanes. The Gatun locks has 3 chambers. Each chamber raises the ship approximately 30 feet from the Caribbean Sea into Lake Gatun, some 90 feet above sea level. We had breakfast and up to 14 cruise critic members on our balcony during the canal transit. Notice the difference in the water level between the second chamber and the third chamber of the locks. As the ship exits the third chamber of the locks and enters Lake Gatun, we pass by the Gatun Dam, which created the Gatun Lake. A bit of history about the Panama Canal. In 1880, the French tried mightily to build a canal, but succumbed a decade later to poor planning, malaria, and yellow fever. In 1903, a newly independent Panama granted the U.S. a controversial 99-year territorial lease to build and administer the canal. The canal was opened in August of 1914. A 1977 agreement between Panama and President Carter returned the Panama Canal to Panama at the end of 1999. After cruising in the canal for approximately 4.5 to 5 hours, we came to the second set of locks, the Pedro Miguel locks. The locks consist of 2 chambers that lower the ship approximately 60 feet. As we leave the Pedro Miguel locks, we look back and can see 2 other ships in the locks. After a short cruise, we come to the third lock, the Miraflores lock, a single chamber lock that lowers the ship an additional 30 feet to the Pacific Ocean. As we exit the Miraflores locks, it is a short cruise before we reach the Bridge of the Americas. Shortly after that, we cruise past Panama City and into the Bay of Panama. We have completed our Panama Canal transit. Friday, May 18th was a sea day. I had organized a slot pull for 42 Cruise Critic members. At 2:30, we had a Wines Around the World tasting tour, and we finished our day at the Martini Bar. Saturday, May 19th. Good morning. Welcome to Costa Rica. Your shore excursion has been canceled. Fortunately, we were able to make alternative arrangements with a guide named Jimmy. For the first part of our tour, we hiked in the rainforest and walked across suspension bridges that allowed us to view the forest's canopy. Approximately 4,300 square miles in size, the province of Punta Arenas extends all the way to Costa Rica's southern border with Panama. Home to a fantastic array of flora and fauna, Punta Arenas is a great destination if you want an incredible eco-adventure with gorgeous surroundings. The rainforest in Punta Arenas had more to share with us as we made it around each bend in the trail. As we got to the end of the trail, it was time for a break and some refreshments. The second stop on our tour was for a boat ride in the Tortugueros River to view the birds and the crocodiles. Whatever you do, don't miss the next 20 seconds of video.
Can't really eat. You might need to have chicken.
There's another piece there yet. One back for it. Okay.
That was crazy, but further down the river, warning, where there are baby crocs, there's a mommy croc. These birds are beautiful and a lot less intimidating too. Sunday, May 20th was a sea day, and we spent the day relaxing on our balcony. At 2 o'clock in the afternoon, we had a tour of the ship's bridge, but no photography was allowed. That evening was the second of 3 formal nights, and everyone had fun. Monday, May 21st. Good morning and welcome to Puerto Quetzal. Our shore excursion for today is a journey to the colonial capital of Antigua. The jewel of colonial urban development and architecture, Antigua preserves its original features. When we arrived in the city, we hired a guide. Antigua was declared a World Cultural Heritage City by UNESCO in 1979. Antigua was one of the grand colonial capitals of the Spanish Empire in the Americas from the 16th to the 18th century. A disastrous earthquake in 1773 destroyed or damaged most of the city, and the Spanish crown ordered the capital city moved to a new city, what became the modern Guatemala City. Antigua's setting is gorgeous, nestled between 3 volcanoes. Its streets are lined with century-old buildings and churches, with their pastel facades under terracotta roofs, offering photo opportunities at every turn. we had lunch on the upper terrace at Posada de Don Rodrigo. The food and drinks were excellent. After lunch, we stopped at the Jade Museum and store. The bus picked us up for return to the ship in time for our nightly cocktail hour, dinner, and a nightcap at the Martini Bar. Tuesday, May 22nd was a sea day. We had a late brunch at the crepe restaurant, Bistro on 5. Our day ended, as usual, in the Martini Bar.
Bravo!
Wednesday, May 23rd was another sea day. Our activities included a cooking demonstration in the main theater, relaxation, board games, attendance at the nightly cocktail hours, and dinner in the main dining room. Thursday, May 24th. Good morning and welcome to Puerto Vallarta, where sunrise won't be until 7:21 a.m. We had a private shore excursion with 12 Cruise Critic members. Our tour, Puerto Vallarta, started at Our Lady of Guadalupe's Cathedral. From there, we walked to the Banderas Bay downtown city center. The next stop on our tour was at a scenic lookout, which provided breathtaking views. Next, we stopped at Los Arcos for more photography. Finally, after a 30-minute drive, we arrived at Mama Lucia's Tequila Factory. This was billed as the main event, and it certainly would not disappoint us. We took a tour, complete with tequila tasting.
Salud! Salud! Viva México! Viva México!
We wobbled out of Mama Lucia's tequila tasting and onward to a restaurant for our lunch. Once we were back on the ship, we had some time to kill before the sail away. It was a fabulous day in Puerto Vallarta. During the cocktail hours, Captain's Club hostess Juliana stopped by for a chat. Our evening ended, as usual, in the Martini Bar. Friday, May 25th. Good morning and welcome to Cabo San Lucas. Our shore excursion for today was to the world-famous Mango Deck, which offered us spectacular views of the ship and very strong drinks.
Then after that, we're good. We'll start the morning.
Did somebody say it's time to party? See Bunny do a shot of tequila. Note, Rosie after doing many drinks, 5 built guys doing push-ups, and a camera do not mix. She took 12 photos. We took a water taxi back to the pier. At 3 o'clock, the Millennium left Cabo San Lucas as we passed Land's End and the famous Cabo Arch. Friday night was the third of 3 formal nights. For dinner Friday night, we had a special invitation to the captain's table. Saturday, May 26th, was another sea day. We received an invitation for our group of 8 from the restaurant manager to have lunch as his guests in the Olympic restaurant. Jay even had his lemonade in a Riddell glass. Sunday, May 27th, San Diego. They were kicking us off the ship, but we had memories to last a lifetime.